Seatac. I'm gonna film this because it's bullcrap. I don't understand the traffic. I'm gonna wait at this light for about 3 to 4 turns because traffic going into the parking at Seatac Airport extends out into the middle of Pacific Highway. You've got people that will go across into the parking lot of the hotel over here, which we can't see because the shuttles are in the way. And then they'll drive straight across and they'll park with the ass end of their car hanging out. And you got everybody coming from the north that's turning right that will come in and cut you off. And then you've got all the people in this turn lane that I'm in who will turn left, then get over to the right, and then go to the last second and cut you off. See, we're green now, but we're not going to move. Maybe 1 or 2 cars if they decide to go over there and block traffic. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to deal with this every single Sunday night. And I don't know, most of it is rideshare, and they're all a bunch of jerks. They're the ones that will just squeeze their way in and cut you off. And I mean, with potential damage to your car, their car, they don't care. They just, they're all about, I gotta make my next pickup. I gotta get my next fare. See, people honking because they're blocking the road, which is illegal. You're not allowed to block the traveling lanes of the highway. Look, this poor guy's trying to get around the back of that Tesla. Guarantee you that's an Uber driver. This guy in front of me is an Uber driver. You can see in his back window, he's got the screen for you to pay on the back of the seat. All of these Teslas and Priuses and Camrys, they're all Uber and Lyft. And they have their own entrance to the parking garage on the correct floor, but they all come this way. And they just block traffic. They cut you off. It's insane. And everybody just acts like this is normal. This is what you're supposed to do, evidently. So I've waited at this turn light. We missed the last turn. If it turns again and we get over there, and that's the thing, I end up having to stick my butt end out in the road, potentially blocking traffic if they don't move quickly enough. And I found out the hard way about this one night when I showed up on time. But on time was almost late because of this traffic jam. Like, this is every single Sunday night. I have to come in a half an hour earlier now just to fight this traffic to get to a parking space. See, right now there's just no way. They're all out in the middle of the road. I can't pull in there. I'll be sticking out, blocking 2 lanes. Because Mr. Prius right there, who knows what the hell he's doing? Going straight when he should be turning. Here I am, 3rd turn. Well, it'll be the 3rd turn. I don't know if I'll make it on the 3rd turn of the light. It's interesting. I'm gonna put the phone on the here. You can't see nothing but the thing. Now you can see me. So here I am doing this every Sunday. There's some person driving with absolutely no lights on. That's another thing I've noticed. Either people have no lights on Or they think that their daytime running lights means that all their lights are on, which they're not. Or they have their high beams on. Just blinding the hell out of everybody. I don't get it. So yeah, there's a hotel, the Radisson, across the street. So yeah, my light's green. I just have to go in here and hope that I don't stick out too far. And then, there's the idiot behind me in the Jeep who's just blocking traffic, just doesn't care. Just whatever. And their light's still red, but we inch along here now. We literally just go inches at a time. And everybody honking at each other. That guy's in 2 lanes at once. It's just a cluster, man. I'll tell you what. See, somebody's cutting in. The other person's honking. All Priuses, all Teslas, all Uber and Lyft. And none of them even have any courtesy for anybody. They literally, it's all about them. Yeah, all these cars driving down the right-hand lane are just mostly, a lot of them, they get down there. You'll see when we get down there. And because of that, this lane just sits here. Because what can we do? Everybody, if someone's not sitting there letting everyone in, because that's another thing, they all kind of work together. So if you've got one Uber driver who's in this left lane, and he wants to let 6 or 7 of them in front of him down there towards the split off, then we all just sit here and wait for them to squeeze on through. And I work here. I can't imagine if I was trying to come here as a traveler and all I'm trying to do is get to the parking garage and make it to my flight. Like, I got to deal with all these morons. Inconsiderate, disrespectful. As soon as people get behind the wheel of their car, they just become the worst version of humanity. Eight minutes I've been in this traffic so far. Uber driver in a Toyota Camry, Uber driver in a Toyota Prius, Uber driver in a Tesla Model S. Just one after the other after the other. Instead of going around like they're supposed to and using the dedicated rideshare entrance, they all just come here and block everything. And then there's nobody enforcing it. That's another thing that bothers me. You got the Port of Seattle police, you've got the Seatac security, you've got all these people that are supposed to, enforce the rules and regulate this crap. And where are they? They're not here. Nobody's going to show up until there's a wreck. And then that'll mean everything's blocked. Because they'll just stop traffic because they've crashed their car. And now everybody will be stuck in it. It's just a bunch of crap. Literally. Crap traffic, crap people. I try to keep close to the car in front of me so that no one, hopefully, feels that there's enough room to come on over. And it's because, a lot of people are going to label me, oh, you're the jerk, you should just let people in. If I let everybody in, I'm never going anywhere. And it's not a zipper merge. There's a dedicated lane to the right and a dedicated lane to the left, and then the exit on the left. So for these people, and they just come on through. So for people thinking that I'm the jerk because I won't let people in, like, they know what they're doing. They know for a fact that their lane doesn't turn into the parking garage, and they're choosing to drive down the right lane and cut you off at the last second because they know there's nothing you're going to do about it. Because if I do what I feel like doing, I'm going to end up losing my job and going to jail. And if you think I'm the asshole for that, then whatever, man. I don't understand why two distinct different groups of people. There are people who think what they are doing is perfectly fine. I just can't think that way. I have respect and I have courtesy. See, there he goes. Oh, I'm gonna have to get over, or pretend like it. Yep. And that person right there is in like a Chevy Volt with a roof rack. They might literally not have known. So in that case, I'd probably let that guy over. But all these Uber drivers, I know they're doing this on purpose. And everybody thinks, oh yeah, you're a jerk for not letting them over. You're a... Like, I don't understand it. For those of you who think this is normal and it's okay, explain it to me. Why is it okay for some people to feel entitled to cut in front of everybody else and not have respect or courtesy? I'd really like to start a conversation. Let me know if you really think that it's okay, that this behavior is just acceptable. Like, explain why. I'd like to know. See, they were all stopped here waiting for some idiot who was cutting everyone off and squeezing through at the last second. And now, see, and they're going around him. Another one, too. That's what all that honking was. Somebody was sitting right there with their blinker on, like, oh well, I didn't get in the right line. I knew exactly where I was supposed to be, and I went this way anyways, so everyone else has to just fall in line with what I need to do. Yeah, explain to me why that's okay. I don't want to hear, oh, maybe people are in a hurry. Well, if you're going to the airport, you know you're supposed to be there hours in advance. If you're in a rush, you're in a hurry, that's not everyone else's problem. That's your problem. If you miss your flight, it's your problem. That's not the case here. Not 99 out of 100, that's not the case. The case is, these are greedy Uber and Lyft drivers trying to make it up to where they can pick up another passenger and give another ride. And they don't care about courtesy or respect for the other drivers who are, like me, just literally trying to get to work. 14 minutes now. I've been sitting in this crap, inching along, being cut off. See, there's more. There's somebody doing it behind me, 3 cars back. At least I think, yeah, in that case, that's somebody who was like, oh, shoot, I need to be over to the left in order to park. And decided to do it back there. At least that's me. That'd be my presumption. I mean, everybody, yeah, I agree. There are certain cases where you don't know where you're going, and then all of a sudden you figure it out. Look at this guy right here in the Prius, just squeezing up next to me, letting everybody go around him. But he's gonna sit here, and he might put a blinker on, he might not. Maybe he saw me film. Oh, see, he got a blinker on now. So he's going to go cut in front of us. 15 minutes now. This is what I have to do to get to work every Sunday night. There's another one. See, there's a spot here where, like you see down there, the white lines and the triangle and all that. There's one dead in front of us too that splits the left and right lanes, so that one goes into the parking garage and one doesn't. One goes where these guys should all be going, which is to terminal parking, arrivals and departures. But well, these guys will all squeeze their way in. I literally have to leave my house an extra half an hour early just to deal with this crap. Because my company doesn't care what the reason is. If I clock in late, I get points. And the points add up, and then you get fired. And I can't drive for Uber and Lyft. They don't like my background. It's funny, I can work for the airport. I can pass the background check for TSA to have clearance onto the airport property, but I can't get clearance to drive for Uber and Lyft. See, there's a car with a Canada license plate, so I'll give that guy a break, thinking he's not driving for Uber down here in Washington in the United States. He's just like me, trying to get somewhere and dealing with all this crap too. These guys don't care. Look, there's just more of them. Just everywhere you look. What are we at now? 17 minutes. 17 and a half minutes. Oh, there's another one. That one just flew by. He's going the right way, but honking at all these people who are blocking. It's just idiotic. That's a lot of dead air. Just waiting. The camera again, because this is where it gets really bad. We just sit and wait for people to figure it out. And if I had the time to spare, I just let one of them hit me and sue their insurance company. I feel like there should be some authorities out here dealing with this, because it's asinine. And they don't care. You can honk all you want at them. They don't care. They're still going to go. They're still cutting you off. There's another one. There's 3 of them in a row right here. We got a silver Prius, and then we got this black Camry, and we got this white Prius, and then there's another car behind. I don't know if you can see in my mirror. Yep. There's 2, 3 more behind him. And there's somebody who wants to get through who's honking. See, here's another one. Look at this guy. See, and he's just like, oh, gee, everybody better look out, because I'm coming over. There's another one. Yep. There they are. All of these people don't care. It's all about them. They're all entitled. Maybe it's because they're from other countries and they have different rules or something. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is why people feel entitled. I mean, you have to pass a test in order to get your license, right? Here we go. Someone is not happy. These guys are just... This guy. He's not even paying attention to traffic. He's just looking at his phone. Doesn't even have a clue I'm filming him. So here we go. We finally get to where it's one lane, and then they'll squeeze themselves in, and then they'll go off to that right. You know, if the Port of Seattle would just make 2 lanes here somehow, where they could just go through that right place. Of course, that's for overheight vehicles. I'm sorry. They still have to get here and go through reserve parking. But there's also another thing up here. There's 2 lanes coming down from there. I don't know where they come from, but we all have to stop and take turns going up here to things. But hold on, let me get my gate open.
Please touch screen for ticket or scan credential. Thank you. Please enter.
And there you go. That's what it looks like. Just car after car after car after car after car after, all the way down up to the 3rd floor, which I'm entering on the 7th. So that goes somewhere. I've never used it. I don't have reserved parking, so I don't know where the hell that goes. But it's for reserved. I don't think that the Uber and Lyft are considered reserved. And here's the 3rd floor where they all come up to and pick up their fares, right? So yeah, it's BS is what it is. Just plain BS. It's a bunch of people taking advantage and feeling entitled. And here it's 22 minutes since I pulled up to my first turn to get to this parking garage that I'm now finally in. I'm on the 5th floor, which is where I normally park. I go over here by the orange elevators, which are out of service at the moment, and I still have to find a parking spot, park my vehicle, get out, grab my backpack and stuff, lock my car up. Can't use the elevator, so I have to take the stairs down, which I only go 1 floor, but it's all walk, it's just time. So I gotta go down, across the sky bridge, down 6 flights of stairs to employee security screening, then go through that, depending on however long that takes, how many people are in front of me. If everything goes correctly, which it usually does. It's like TSA, but it's for us employees. And then make my way all the way out to where I can clock in. And if I'm late, I get a 5-minute grace period. But if I'm late, that's it. You get a half a point towards your attendance. And I'm not willing to do that. That's why I leave a half an hour early. But thanks for watching. Leave your comments, man. I'm serious. I want to know, any of you guys that think that that's normal and that's okay, explain to me why. Maybe change my mind, because I think that they're a bunch of a-holes with no respect or courtesy. See ya.